Hello, friends. Today I'll be talking about the GDP growth in India and what are the measures which should be taken in 2018, which will actually increase the GDP of 7%, which we are seeing in India. When we talk about the GDP growth per se, which is actually the gross domestic product, it is actually proportional to the flow of investment. We have seen a lot of investment in India in terms of investment in startup culture, where a lot of innovations are happening in India. However, the GDP in India can be divided into four main verticals under which the GDP is based upon. The first is the private consumption expenditure, which accounts for the 60% of the GDP growth. Again, a very important factor which should be taken into consideration is the other factors because of which the GDP is not able to increase. So, the first, as I already discussed, is private consumption expenditure. Second is the government spending. Third is the investment opportunities under the terms of launching their business model in India, maybe through the route of FDI. And the fourth one, which is very, very important, is the net foreign trade. So when we talk about the current GDP, how it is divided is like 60% is for the private consumption expenditure, then the 10% is for government spending, and the foreign investment which is coming into India is 30%. And as we all can foresee, a lot of venture capitalists, the companies who were tech driven across the globe, are launching their own venture capital funds to see how the startup culture can evolve in India. So it's 60% for the private consumption expenditure, 10% for the government spending, and 30% is the foreign investment. Now, the main factor when we do the SWOT analysis is the foreign trade in India is actually negative. The import is much more than the export. And what should be the measures which should be taken in 2018 and in coming years, which will actually help India to even, nullify it and take it to the next level? We all know, or India is known as an agricultural country. In India, fertile soil is there and a lot of growth opportunities are there as far the agricultural sector is concerned. However, the main problem or solution approach which needs to be tackled is there's no proper storehouse. There is a lot of agricultural produce, however, there's no proper measures or steps undertaken right now which can actually harness whatever growth opportunities or whatever the fruits and vegetables which are grown in India is not consumed 100%. If you see, the wastage is much more. Moreover, what can be done to overcome this? A lot of innovations which are already there should be taken into consideration. A lot of food technology institutes are there in India where the students are actually researching in new product development. I myself, I did my graduation in food technology honors. So we used to have a subject called as new product development, whereby even the byproducts can be used. A very good example I'll talk about would be of a watermelon, where the once the watermelon is used, whatever was left over, the students actually made a jam out of it. So a lot of innovations can be done. One just needs to have the right intent to actually see the usage, and it's based on season. So what needs to be done is to first analyze the big data where the problems are there, try to automate those problems, maybe in the form of a mobile application, and for that the internet penetration has to be there in those areas, because internet till now is not penetrated wholly in India. The best way to move forward would be to give funding for food related innovations so that more people are urged to enter into this market. If more incentives are given to the agricultural farmers, or anyhow it can be automated, and the produce can be stored, and then only the export is going to be more, because we are not able to sustain the standards of other countries. Since the storage is not proper during the transportation phase, most of the products are rejected. So if this can be taken care of, the GDP will increase drastically. So agriculture is one sector which needs to be seen very closely, and the byproducts also can be utilized in a manner which will actually increase the yield of the overall ecosystem. Urge the venture capitalists fund entities to look into this sector also, whereby agriculture, when combined with maybe IoT or some kind of mobile application to even monitor those parameters, where some of these sensors can be placed at particular point of time. If those criteria are taken into consideration, I'm very hopeful we would see a lot of agriculture produce which will not go into waste. If you have any questions related to how to protect your innovation in India and across the globe, we would be happy to assist. I'm Prity.khastgir. I'm founder CEO of TCI's India. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.